In this video, we're going to make your life better. No, but seriously, at least we can make your post-production life a little bit easier.
We want to introduce you to the new Lightroom preset system by SLR Lounge. It is the most powerful workflow preset system available.
When we set out to create the Lightroom preset system, our goal was to develop a preset system that would basically give you, the photographer, the artist, unlimited creative control and the ability to differentiate your work and your style. But this preset system had to be also intuitive to learn. It had to be efficient in reducing time in front of the computer. After all, it's a workflow preset system. And if you are a professional photographer, shooting is where you're going to make your money, and that makes it even more important. To help you gain back creative control in post-processing,
we designed the Lightroom preset system with a very layered, or shall we call it, an additive approach to developing.
Now, with this additive approach to post-processing, you can create virtually any look within just a few clicks and in just a matter of seconds.
So let me show you exactly what we mean. When you import your images, you'll first select a foundation preset. It automatically colorizes and gives your image a very finished and actually a very refined look.
From there, you can select a stylization preset if you so desire. Now, the stylization presets, they allow you to apply a range of stylized looks to your image. From a punchy, high-definition look to soft, bright and airy images, to even vintage and filmic looks.
Now, maybe you want to refine this image even further. Now you go into your base tones. Really, it all depends on your style. What if you prefer portraits that have soft skin tones? Or maybe you prefer higher contrast. Maybe you like that crushed black look.
When working with environmental portraits and landscape images, base tones also give you the ability to tweak and boost dynamic range within just a single click. Now, these are just a few examples, and again, remember that the presets are designed to stack and layer. So while we give you an efficient developing workflow, you don't actually have to go in any particular sequence while you're developing.
Let's say you chose a filmic stylization, and then later you changed your mind. No big deal. All you have to do is choose a different stylization preset. Everything else can stay the way it is. Because again, it's a layered approach. So ultimately, that sequence, it doesn't matter at all.
Okay, so what we just showed you was the basic developing framework, or FSB. This means that we select a foundation, we add stylization if desired, and then we refine with base tones. From here, with these 3 clicks, you're already going to have basically a finished image. But if you desire, you can continue to modify with adjustments, curves, and special effects, which basically is the second piece of our developing framework, ACS. Adjustments provide targeted refinements to basic image elements like tonality, presence, HSL, detail, lens vignetting, and so forth.
Let's try another example. Let's work on a bridal portrait this time. Here's how we're going to do it. We'll start by first selecting the Color plus Skin DSAT from our foundation presets. Then let's add a neutral matte that's inside the stylization. What that's going to do is give it a really subtle matte finish, something that you might find in an editorial magazine, let's say.
And then let's soften the skin with the Soft Skin Plus Plus adjustment from our base tones. Now we'll step into the ACS portion and add a 0.5 exposure adjustment just to brighten the image up a bit, and to cool down the image, we're going to open the cool curves, select the natural matte like we did earlier, but this time we're selecting the natural matte that adds azure or blue color tonation.
Okay, time out. Earlier we talked about our developing framework, and we pretty much told you that you didn't have to go in any particular order. So let's take a moment and check that out.
What I'm going to do is basically go back up into our adjustments to the color toning section. Here we're going to kick up the color with a blue-green kick plus skin DSAT, which uses basically HSL to make your blues and green pop just a little bit more while retaining skin tones for portraiture. On top of this adjustment, let's say that we want to experiment with another layer of color toning. Well, we can try several different options very quickly. For example, we can try the blue-violet from the analogous set. We can say, that's looking kind of a little bit too cool. Well, let's try and tone it down a little bit. Maybe perhaps a yellow on yellow to warm it up. But okay, now it's too warm. Well, let me try this orange teal from the complementary colors, and perfect. That look, it looks absolutely awesome.
This intuitive developing framework really opens up all of your creative possibilities.
We stack color toning from temperature and tint, plus HSL, plus curves and split toning, and that gives us 4 layers of color toning control. This is how the Lightroom preset system gives back the creative control to you, the artist and the photographer, by giving you basically additional creative possibilities at your fingertips that were otherwise difficult to achieve or just simply extremely time-consuming. Your look, your style within just a few clicks. That is the entire goal and the purpose of the preset system. We've also designed a robust retouching and editing preset suite for your local adjustment brushes and filters.
So the brush and filter presets give you the ability to quickly retouch a portrait without ever opening up Photoshop. Now, other people are selling that for something like $100 or more. We're including it. We've put in artistic stylization brushes which can do things like enhance the detail and color in the sky, or make a dress pop off the screen.
You can add lens blur to an image, or how about creating a tilt shift look, even creating realistic sun flares, all from within Lightroom.
So in our studio, we're always training new post-production staff. We're currently processing over 2 million images each year. 2 million, isn't that crazy? And the number keeps on growing.
We needed to ensure that we had a processing framework and a preset system that was powerful, yet simple and intuitive enough to pick up and use within just a few minutes. In the Lightroom preset system, all of the presets have short and descriptive names. As a user, you know exactly what the preset does before applying it, and this eliminates that trial and error process of just blindly clicking presets. Not only have we been testing these presets over literally millions of images within our studio over the years, the large and continually growing Lightroom preset system community has been testing and providing us with feedback that has been built into each additional version. In addition to all of the ideas and suggestions that have been incorporated into the presets themselves, preset system users have joined our communities and shared preset recipes, or mixologies, with one another to show how they arrived at a particular look.
So the great news is that we've now created a platform on SLR Lounge, and you can submit your work, show off your own mixology recipes with the entire SLR Lounge community. So others get to see your work and your mixology recipe, and they can vote on your recipe, and the best recipes get featured on SLR Lounge.
And well, you can even win prizes in addition to just being an awesome resource and helpmate to your other photographers around the world. And yes, helpmate is an actual word. I looked it up. All right. So with such an amazing community and resource platform, there's always a place to ask questions, to show off your work, to help others, and to help us to make sure the Lightroom preset system always remains the most powerful workflow preset system for photographers.
You can learn more or purchase the preset system in the SLR Lounge store. All you have to do is follow the link on the video, or click the link in the description below the video.
I want to thank you all for watching this video and supporting SLR Lounge. I'll see you on the next video.